there, it's Matt. I am here with Andy Yavello. Andy, you've been with us since March of 2006. That's hard to say out loud. Andy, you work with 600, 700 lawn care companies, maybe even more.
Right.
So what kind of advice would you give to lawn care companies as they face the inevitable receivables?
Right.
Those people that don't end up paying on time. What are some things you advise them to help in their internal processes?
Right. The biggest thing, Matt, would probably be just making time to make sure it sounds silly, but invoicing and billing your customers. All too often, especially the owner-operators, they'll run into good weather, and then it's production, or sales, and then
I don't have time for billing.
Right, and then in the off season, a lot of times they're left with a mountain of receivables, and then they're scrambling to get that paid so that they can buy product for the next year and so on.
Right. So it'd be helpful to be consistent in their billing.
Correct. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So make time for that. If that's office help, if that's in the evenings, don't fall into that hole of I'll get to it later, because, as we all know, sometimes later doesn't come.
Mm-hmm. And then also what we hear sometimes is the expectations from their customers don't quite match, right?
Right. So educate your customers too. So yeah, very good. You always want to make sure that they understand that you could come out today and the weed.
You have to water your yard if it hasn't rained for 3 weeks.
And the weed will still be there tomorrow.
Right.
It takes time for these applications to work. As long as a customer, the more time you spend with them on the front end, in a lot of cases, the less time you really have to deal with things on the back end too.
Yeah. So let's say we get a receivable, it gets to 30 days. Any recommendations at that point?
Send them a statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a process in place and stick to it, right? So invoice at the time of the service. If you want to send a statement at 30 days and 60 days, but once an account reaches a certain threshold, be it 60 days or 90 days, that's where you really want to stick to your guns and get it with a collection agency, whether that's us or anybody else.
I've heard you give advice at times to make like a customer service call.
Absolutely.
So when would you recommend that, and what's the purpose of that?
Same thing. The sooner the better. It's a customer service call can be a disguised collection call, right? So hey, wanted to follow up. We were out there a few weeks ago. Do you have any questions on how things are progressing with your yard?
Make sure
By the way,
I
did notice that you do have a balance owed. That's something we can clear up right over the phone right now. This does a couple things. One, it helps you recover that debt. Two, if there is a problem, it allows your customer to communicate that with you.
And identify that issue.
Exactly.